Welcome, everyone. This is Will Kimac Vintage. I'm coming to you on a Wednesday evening here at 7 p.m., I guess 8 p.m. Eastern, and the other time zones, I guess. But anyway, no one else was doing an actually stream tonight that I could see. So since I have so many little things to build and to try out, I decided, well, let's go do one because really, the past 2 days I have not been sitting on my bench at all. I've been out doing some paperwork and different things I have to do in town and so forth, and a bunch of things that normally it takes over life. But anyway, I'm here now for a little bit, and maybe we can build one or two things and talk about some other things. Retro Techie, hello. I know you were in the chat way before I went live. Rudy, welcome. So, only y'all two here so far, Rudy and well that I can see in the chat. So, but anyway, um, welcome. So I, those of you that are on the Discord, if you want to join, you're more than welcome to join if you can, or if you've got little ones or something you're doing that actually prevents you. So stay and watch then. But you're welcome to actually join in anytime you wish. So let me discuss a couple things first that I was working on before I get into my new things. So for me, Rudy, things are okay. Uh, yes, I was in town doing a lot of things, running around, and a bit under the weather yesterday. Wasn't feeling too good. I had a very bad headache. I think I ate something bad for lunch. So um, can we build a watch? Hey, one bit. How are you? Did I spell something wrong in it? I don't think so. Retrotech is on the gaming Chrome box. So anyway, so let me switch cameras here so you can see. Don't mind all the other stuff that's on my desk here, but what I wanted to show was, as y'all have, as some of y'all have seen, this is version one of the actually Doug Brown ROM Sim programmer. This one works. This one we can read, we can write, we can do everything with it. It works. I just had a couple jumpers I had to botch there, and but version one here works. But then we came out with version two. We did away with the entire other piece here that was the actually DB9 serial, because the functionality for the DB9 was never added into the software. So I'm not going to be here modifying software. So we just took it off. Some of the other things we did was we added a switch so that we can turn it on and off, because plugging in, plugging out, plugging in, plugging out all the time can damage the port, because you have to turn off the power when you go to put in a new SIM or take out the other one. So we added a switch with the LED on it here. And we changed it to a micro USB instead of USB Type A. And the thing I wanted to do was to also switch it to be a Atmel. This is an 1890 USB 1286 chip. Okay, but originally the code is written for the 90 USB 64.6 chip, so it only has 64K. It can work with the 64.6 and the 64.7, but those chips. Let me see here. What builds the builders? Chrome OS. Okay. Okay. So anyway, so the 64 chips are very hard to find. There's a big actually lead time on delivery. No one has them. They're cheaper. They're like $6-7 a chip, but nobody has them, and so can't find them. But there's plenty of the 128 6 and 7s, but they cost a bit more. Okay, so I went and bought them, and then I put it on here and could not get this to work. This would not come up for anything that I try. Then I went more in reading into the documentation for the chip and so forth, and yes, of course, stupid me. Um, it is not going to run because this has double the memory. So the actually address points in memory are different than what the code is actually looking for. I mean, the code is specifically written for the 646 and the actually 647 chips because it knows exactly where the addresses are, where the actually bootloader sits, and where the main code sits in the flash. So it knows exactly where they are. So, but with this chip, it's at a different address location. So anyway, but speaking with Doug Brown, because I am in communications with him, he knows that my team and I are working on this board, and he is supporting us, and he's actually helping us out with it. Um, so I was discussing it with him, and it looks like he is going to modify the code for me, and to make it work with the 128.6 and 128.7 chips. So hopefully by this weekend I may have something that I can then put on this chip and it will work because everything else on this board works. Okay, so and I went and even another board that I have here, I put on actually 128.6 chip, and I have the same symptoms that I'm getting with this one. So I know it's not the board, it's the chip. So anyway, so I have to park this until I get the new code from actually him. So hopefully that will be this weekend. So good thing that I found out what that problem was. So it's good to know. And I mean, reading the documentation and all that, you could see very easily. It don't matter what actually fuse bits I set and how I set it, it would not boot up. There was no way for me to use actually fuse settings for me to tell it where the bootloader sat and where the um, where the main code sat. So because it is different. So anyway, so then the other thing I want to work on then is let me bring it more towards over here now. Get my big fat belly out of the way there. And so we can see more what this is. Okay. Some of y'all know that I've built and working on some other ones. Where's the other one? Okay. Anyway, this is a Tash 20 device. It is a HD emulator. It's a HD20 emulator that you can attach to um, early Macs. It connects to the copy port. Um, so this was the first one. Um, this one works. There's really not too much wrong with it or anything. It's a very nice little device. We need to better me. I mean, this one. Um, but the problem with this one is that one, it's using the metal DB19 connector or the floppy Apple because it's not really a true DB19. Anyway, um, that's expensive. This freaking riser right here is so expensive too. I mean, for that, I just I was looking at how to actually reduce the price of this thing, okay? Because this thing, the way it sits right here, right now, you're looking at almost $20. I mean, I find that too much for this small little thing that it is. Um, so, because all it really is a board, a socket, a chip, a cap, the riser, and then the actually SD card reader. This is what is expensive. This is the one from actually Adafruit, and this thing is almost $10. Okay, and I mean, really, there's no point for it to be that much. Okay, but this works. I mean, I can plug this into a plus, and it'll boot up without. So, retro, yeah, we can see what we can do to actually send you one, but let me get a better one built. Not so costly. Um, unmelted. Unmetaled, yeah. Well, I am getting to. So, as some of y'all know, my team and I also we created our own DB19 3D printed connector, and this is it here. Okay, this is printed with actually resin. JLC prints it. Sorry, retro. I'm not. I don't do PCB way. Never ordered from actually them yet. But anyway, um, They printed this. They base price without shipping is actually $1 a piece. So that's not really that bad. What is expensive are these pins. These copper based pins that are come out of Sweden. Um, my partner, actually Joakim over there, gets them and then sends them to me because I can't find these pins in the U.S. Looked, we've searched everywhere, and that part number does not come up in anywhere in the States. So anyway, so dollars. Um, is my mic choppy? It might be this cable starting to go bad on me. Is that any better? That any better, guys? Let me know because I had it there on my side and could be because I see it coming across fine on actually OBS. Is it better now? Yes, better. Okay, thank you. Anyway, so yeah, so we do make our own, and this is a redesigned dashboard. All right, and as you can see, the things we've done is one the actually plastic connector. The board is a bit longer because we tilted it, we turned it instead of it's short like that. We and this going on this way. This goes on like this now, and it's a bit longer too. The actually SD card reader is a bit longer, but this SD reader costs hell of a lot less than actually this one. Okay, and the way that we mount it also, if you see, um, it does go through, but it sits flat on the board, so we don't have that actually riser. So we also got rid of that. Then on the flip side, we're gonna put the actually pick chip and the capacitor surface mounted. So it will be a much simpler, easier device now, and won't be as much in the price compared to this one. So, but um, if I have time later, we can build one of this because I do have the same memory card can go in here. Um, so so yeah, we can test it out because this is just a PIC chip, PIC 16F 1825, and a small little capacitor. I don't remember the size. I have them over there. So you can see the difference. I mean, hopefully this will be a much better. Frank asks, "Hello, how are you?" So I'm really looking forward to trying out this. I mean, look how thin that's gonna be. I mean, this is just so much nicer, so much better than even with the cap on there and with the chip. This is gonna go in in a very slimline case and be very nice. The other one that we're working on, Joakim, I just ordered them and they should be in Miami now for them to come down to me. It's also attached 20, but it's got a pass through because right now if you plug this into the floppy, that's it. I mean, you can't plug anything else into it. Um, but on the new one, um, the actually card instead of flat like this, it sits up, and then it's got one jack out this side to plug into the device, and another one out on this side, which allows you to plug in another floppy, a floppy drive or something else, or you can plug in our meter and see. So anyway, um, but yeah, that's with that one too. I have the board. It's in Miami. It's the same concept, but we just changed it around to be with a pass through because that would be very nice to have it as a pass through. So Um, right now, I haven't worked out the price, but I mean, this thing here is less than $10. I mean, I can practically guarantee that it is not going to be that much because this is like actually $2. This will be like about three, so you're at five or so there. Then the pick chip and so forth. So it's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper compared to something like actually this. Okay, but then the other one that I have that um, is a redesign of the same Tash 20 by someone else. Now this is not my team's thing or nothing. This one is our concept, but it's still Tash Therese main code. So he's still the actually original creator. We just modified this to make it a bit different and actually lower in price. Same thing with what people have done with actually this board. This is the Tash 20 Tiny. It's being called, and it has a 3D printed case that then it goes in, and then this can sit on top of the machine. Then it's got just a normal pin header cable connector there. That then with a floppy cable or with like cables like this that I got um, can go, and this goes in the back of the machine with the cable coming up and then plugs into this, and this can sit on the side or on top or something, whatever. Um, I don't have a case right now printed, but I do. What I want to do is I want to put this together. So hopefully we can see. Let's see here. What are people saying? Run your Mac off of your gaming Chrome box. Okay. Uh huh. I am not sure how to answer you on that one. Wait, what? Two devices out of one floppy connector? Yes, it is. I mean, you can. I mean, think of it one bit. I mean, if you plug in a floppy drive, it's got the second port on the back of it that you can daisy chain them. I mean, it's how you can. So yeah. I mean, you can have more than one floppy out the back. So, but but yeah. I mean, that will be a nice thing on it. If I'm not mistaken, I think the original HD20 also has a floppy port out the back that then you can still connect a floppy to it. Give me 1 second here. I have a HD20 sitting down here. Uh, yeah. So I mean, here's an original HD20 hard disk 20, and yeah, a broken piece, but it allows you to connect another floppy drive to it. So you do have two actually addressable items. And this HD20 works, although it's a bit slow. Well, they're all very slow, but it does work. Um, I don't think the Color Classic has a floppy drive in the back, does it? Yeah, the SEs, the SEs. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think all the boards, if not, is it all or just some that have two actually floppy port connectors? Yeah, you see, on the Color Classic, there isn't an actually external floppy. You're here to make Will laugh. Anyway, I'll keep on trying, retro. You wanna make me laugh? Do an actually video where I see you soldering something and fixing it. Okay. Anyway, so I want to try to see what we can do with this. If you can see here on the side, I've already went through and my order of parts that's here, and we can start putting all these things on here. And really, I think the first thing I need to do, which is the smallest, lowest thing, is the SD card reader, because or else other things are gonna get in my way of putting that on. Where are they? Those two are LEDs. Q1. Okay, where did I just put that? There they are. So I'm gonna go over to the scope view here. Boy, how come everyone's leaving me here in the dark? No one wants to join in. When I saw it struggling, I almost trashed it. Okay. All right, so let's start putting some of these things on this board. I'm gonna switch to my microscope view in a second here. Let me. So right now I only bought enough to make two of these. Um, because these are really just for me and actually Joaquin to test out. Um, Afterwards, we'll see if the creator of this one will allow us to make it and sell it. Um, so hopefully he will. There is a version of this Dash 20 also that will replace the entire board inside a HD20. So you can basically still have the look of a HD20 inside the case, but inside is a bigger board that is attached 20, and that it can even um, make the same noises and so forth of the original hard drive. You can leave the old hard drive and power supply in there for it to add to the weight. Spy? Who's a spy? Sorry, I can't read too much of that text. It's so freaking small. Anyway, okay, so let's go solder this on. This is where I wish I had someone in chat that could tell me if I'm in focus or not, and I am for now. I want to try to get the whole thing in view for y'all, but I need to turn it because I'm right-handed and it's easier for me to solder right-handed. Amazingly, I got 6 people watching. That's what it's telling me, but maybe more. Where's my usual partners in crime like Eric and Trina and Joe and Frodo? Where's everyone hiding? So we will start off with this. Right now, I'm just going to anchor this down. Um, don't like how this is coming out. Might not be the right adapter, but this is the one he told me to get. You can see how they don't line up. It's not lining up. Okay, I may have to skip the adapter because it's not lining up. It may not be the right one for this board. Because I got pins here that are not getting anything. You want? Let me zoom in and you can see it better. See, I mean, if I go here and line this up, you can see that it's not gonna. You see, I mean, no matter how I put this, it's not gonna. Unless those pins are. No, I don't think this is right. So I'm not gonna put them on right now. Then I will wait. I will follow up on that later. So let's go do resistors and capacitors instead. Let me see here what's in comments. Are we chopped liver, Will? No, you're not. It's just I don't have no one to join me in the stream. I mean, on a video. Night, Rudy. Um, small AF pads, yeah. The legs are not regularly spaced. Yeah, well, that's what I saw. So too. I mean, if you look here, you see how these here. I mean, are a lot closer, and then all of a sudden. But remember, this is not my board design. So this is the design someone else, and he has a parts list. And he has a parts list that has to be used, which the SD card readers right here, the part number. I mean, if someone wants to look it up, I mean, this is the part number that he says to use. What happened, Frank? Why are you saying that I'm lame? Okay, I'm lame. You're lame. I don't. Anyway, let me start putting in some actually capacitors, some sorry resistors, and then I'll do capacitors and that. So right now, let's see, 1, 3, 5, and 8. So I need 4 capacitors. Okay, so these go in location 1, 3, 5, and 8. R1, R3, R5, and for R8. So let's find that on the board. R12, R1. R1 is got pointing up here, so that's R1. They look like, yeah, they gotta be bent right up against the resistor itself. And R1 goes right here. So even though I'm building this, unfortunately, with the SD card reader like that, I probably will not be able to test it. I can probably plug it in, but it won't. R1, R3. Where's R3? R3 is right here. So this is also the entire device is actually through hole except for the SD card reader. 1, 3, 5. Let me see here. Send invites to the stream to Sloopy and Frank. All right, 1 second here. Let me see where I can get that. How can I get the link now? Okay, well, I guess from the top. Okay. Um, I have the stream posted on the actually Discord, Sloopy. It is in there. That's where I normally post it. So, um, and apologies on my focus. This is why I like to have someone there. But so if you're on Discord, which you are in the same Discord we are. It should be on there. Yeah, I can see maybe I can still connect that SD card reader. I'll have to see what pins are being used. Um, okay, well it doesn't look like. I mean, the two outer ones are your ground. I'm presuming these other two are also your actually ground because they come to here and then to these other two, which is your ground. So really, it's one, two, three, four. It's only four of them that it's using. If those four line up, I could possibly use it. Yes. One, three, five, and eight. Eight. Where are you? Where are you? Eight. 6, 14, or 2, or 10, or 11. Boy, this person designed this. Got things all over the place. All right, R8. There you are. Retro. You want the link or Retro Tech or Die? You want the link? Or I don't know if Retro Tech he can send it to you. Oh boy, too many actually retros. Um, so all right, so that's those. Now I have 2, 4, and 6. Let's do resistors 2, 4, and 6. Oh my god, they tape the hell out of these things. The nice thing is that when I um, did this order, I made it as a project on Mauser, so it's easy to reorder the things I need, and to also share it with others and so forth if they want. But oh my god, then another bag in there. I need three of these. It's not my Discord. It's the one that actually Ron runs. 2, 4, and 6. Two I saw down here. And yes, I have my ADHD thing. So because this one here is gold on this side, I'm gonna try to make them all follow the same direction and the same pattern. Okay, so that's two. Let's put one now on four. I saw four over here. So gold again. Yeah. Uh oh. I see one I gotta flip over. And you're gonna start calling me Joe for that because Joe would do it. See this one here. The gold is on the bottom compared to the others where the gold is on the top. So I gotta flip that one over. I don't. My ADHD is gonna make me go nuts with that. I'll go to bed and be like, "Oh my God, I left it the wrong way," and I'll come out here and I'll just flip it over if I leave it. Okay, so 2, 4, and 6. All right, I gotta start soldering some of these after this. Okay, 6 is right next to it. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, OCD. Yeah, it would drive me crazy. It would drive me totally. Attention deficit disorder is what my son has. Well, actually, he's a bit actually autistic. He's a bit on the spectrum. But then again, sometimes I think we all are. All right, so let's start joining some of these. Now, I stand them up because then afterwards it's much easier to cut. And then if also later on I need to get it back off, it is a hell of a lot easier for me to get it. Yeah, I'll come back up and stand them up in a little bit. It's much easier for me to just go ahead and solder a few right now and then come back. All right, let's start getting rid of some of these. Get rid of that rat's nest a bit. All right, let me come back and look at the. I'm just moody and bad. Oh, retro. You're not that bad. But I'm dying to see the day that I see you solder and fix something on a stream. But then you're gonna come and say, "Well, why should I be doing that? Because you're there doing it so nicely." All right, so we got those on. Oh yeah. good enough. All right, so that's some on. Let's keep on going. Here I have from number 10 and number 11. R10 and R11, so it's only two this time. Ten, 10 and 11. Let's go with 10 and 11. Okay, 10 and 11. Where are you? I think 10 and 11 are the two for the LEDs. Yeah, they are. And again, too, I have the gold band. So, okay, so 10 and 11 are right here. So, those will go in with the gold the same side. I'll come and look at the chat in a minute. Anyone saying anything else? You're also not a repair guy. Yeah, I know, but that's why I keep on saying it to you. I'm an enthusiast who likes to learn about old tech. Yes, I know. We know that already, Retro. But you're never. It's always good to at least try it, at least do it. And to think of it, I never soldered until February of last year. Never. I've never done it. And now look at me. I take SC30 boards and completely transfer them. And classic boards and build things. All right, so the last resistors are these, and again they tape the hell out of this bag also. I know how to fix stuff. I know how to turn it off and on again. I enjoy more the fixing and so forth and seeing it work. But then again, I don't go back and use it. I mean, I don't like. I got all my Apple twos, and I mean, two, two, two plus, two E, uh, two E Platinum Edition, two C plus, two C GSs, all that, and I don't even have half of the software and things like that are needed to actually run them. I mean, once I know it works, one, two, three, four, five. I need five of these. Once I know they work, they sit on a shelf. I don't know. I guess I got more into the fixing it and then turning it over, sending it back to its owner. Okay, so these go to 7, 9, 12, 13, and 14. These also have a gold band. Yeah. So all the golds will be on the same side. 7, 9. Okay, there's 7. 9. 12. 13. Now I know I read that when the person made this, he specifically used all through hole to try to keep it with the same era of the machines that it's for. I've been into fixing more the using, but I do also use some. Yeah. What's the link to join? Hold on, let me copy it and I'll post it here. Okay. That should be it. I mean, I don't. I mean, I know I posted it in on the Discord. It's in the YouTube and it's on the shameless self promotion. Yeah, it's there. I have them both there. All right, solder time. Let's go. Here we go. I'm gonna go on there. Aha. Hello. How are you? You there?
Greetings.
Greetings.
How are you doing today?
Oh, not too bad. I mean, I'm glad I finally got to sit at the bench a bit. I don't know. This kind of actually relaxes me.
Yeah,
But
me
then
too.
again, but then again, I don't have no one else here at home. It's only me, so um, I keep busy this way. No, I was out on the road almost all day today in town and doing things, and it's hot. And
Yeah, I'm sure it's hot down there.
yeah, today especially, we didn't even have a breeze or nothing. Oh, someone else coming. Hold on. Whoever's just joined in, give me 1 second here.
Yeah, that's where you're at is a no-go zone for me.
Oh, why is that? It's not that bad.
I don't tolerate heat.
No, but if you were down here like actually December, January, February, March, it's not so bad.
Does it stay below 70 degrees?
No.
Then no.
No, it won't stay below 70. You may get like 75 as the high.
Yeah,
Um,
it's anything over 80, and I'm looking for an air conditioner,
uh,
even at 80.
we have plenty of that here. That's the same as me almost. I mean, I don't like the heat. I am not a sun person, but yet I live on an island.
Yeah,
Go figure.
yeah. I'm in Maryland, and I for 4 months a year I have GE embossed on my forehead.
No. Retro, how are you?
It's
Thank you for
Darth
coming in.
Darth Geagle.
Darth Giggle today.
Darth Geagle. I'm good. I kept trying to tell you in the stream that I'm not part of any Discord groups.
I thought you were.
I was, but I got. Here's the thing, and maybe it's just like a complaint of mine.
Too much BS.
Too much. Oh, you can't do this. You should do this. Why don't you do this? Like people telling other people what to do
Yeah.
gets on my nerves. And like I had enough, so I took a break from it. I was like, okay, I'm leaving all the Discord groups, and
Uh-huh.
that was it. Maybe I'll come back
I
one
don't.
day, but for now, I don't know.
I don't. I actually ignore a lot of that stuff. I mean,
Yep, me
the
too.
only thing the only thing with it for me is that I get all the notifications on my phone, and if it's I will look at the notification. If I want to read it, then I go read it. If not, I leave it.
Yeah.
And so because it's not the end of the world for me.
Yeah. You'll never guess what I'm streaming from.
Chromebook,
Chromebox.
a Chrome box or Chromebook or what? What is it?
Chrome box. That's my guess.
Yeah, it's one of these. The OS is like
Oh,
four,
that thing.
4 or 5 years out of date, I think. It's fantastic. It's very secure. But I'm gonna get my $10 out of it.
if as long as it does what it should, I mean,
Yeah, it's just to play around with, really. This is not my main machine, and I just like to try different setups just for fun.
yeah.
Let's see here.
So did you get all of those Commodore cartridges built?
I got the first batch built.
Yeah, Commodore was my first machine. That was a VIC 20,
Wrong one. That's the
but that was way back when they first came out.
yeah.
But I still have a 64 here. I got a 128, but that's it. And I got their floppy drives and all that for them. But anyway, not much else on the Commodore side.
I sold
I
them.
have I have a tote of 64s because I bought someone's collection out. I have two 128Ds. I have a regular two regular 128s. I have several plus fours, including my original one from 1984.
Oh wow.
I have three VIC 20s. And I have a few pets, but they're on the West Coast.
Like cats and dogs?
Commodore pets.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I've been trying to get my hands on a 128. I almost had that SX one once, but someone actually outbid me at the last second.
Yeah, I actually have three SX 64s.
Ooh,
So
those
I
are cool.
I am hunting for an actually D.
For a 128D?
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one I have doesn't have a keyboard, but I put a
PS2
PS2,
connector.
yeah, PS2 adapter in it.
Oh,
I-
that
Yeah,
Go
it's
on.
funny. Good. I actually have an IBM keyboard to use with it.
but then you don't have those Petsky symbols then.
No, but at least I can still use the machine.
Yeah, true that part is true. Yes.
And one day when I get time and I get that machine fully set up, I'm actually going to put the symbols on it, on that keyboard, because that IBM keyboard is specifically for that machine.
Uh-huh.
Well,
I wonder if that keyboard 8-bit guy has for his X8 Commander X8 can work on that, because that is a PS2 connector.
yes. Yeah, it'll work. How it'll work, I don't know, but it could be the firmware for the C key can be modified so that it uses whatever keys that it uses if it doesn't set them the same. Because I mean the C key is an open source project.
See, so it could work.
Yep. Yeah, because I actually have a C key connected up to my Tandy MC10.
Apparently, One Bit bought a C128 on eBay like 99 or 2001. He said when it was shipping costs weren't killing you.
Yeah, I got mine. I mean, I have a 64 and a 128 here. I've got two of the 1541 drives, one 1571. I do have the Pi 1541 drive, and that's it. That's all I have on the Commodore side.
Yeah, the Pi 1541 is nice. I have one of them.
I would say C64 Mini. Does that count?
No.
I thought it wasn't going to.
Why don't you get a real C64?
I've had multiple. It's not my machine. It's not something I enjoyed using that much.
Yeah, I actually don't like them.
Yeah, when I'm working now on the apples and that, I don't like it too much either. But anyway, I just have it for the nostalgic part of it because that was my first machine. I had that for years, and I mean, from a Vic to a 64 to a 128. So, but that's the main reason why I have them, really. Boy, I remember when I had my 64, I ran an actually BBS on it with the mode
Oh
back
yeah.
back in those days. Yep.
I'm super young, so I can't remember that. I'm only 22 after all.
Oh boy, retro.
Hmm.
Let me see here. What are the rest of the things I got to put on here? U3 is a chip.
I'm only 30 with
Times what?
with a large margin of error.
Yeah, exactly. Hello, Joseph, Computer Museum.
Joe.
One down.
Joe joined the stream.
22 to go.
Uh, did someone mess up someone's order?
Frank got he ordered some parts and he got a queen bee thing capture ball. I don't know what it was. Something for bees.
Oh,
So he posted a video about it, and they told him to keep it and use it. But I don't know what you know how many people order bee stuff online. Very
Surface
strange.
mount soldering is fun.
Is it?
Yeah, and easier than through hole.
What is that for?
This is an Easy Flash 3 cartridge.
This is for what, Commodore?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
all right. I gotta look up something here to make sure I get the right pinning out on it.
You should make NES cartridges like that, and then I'll buy one.
I don't do anything with NES
Well, why not?
because there's too many people doing stuff for NES.
But have you seen the prices of those flash cards for those things? Are like hundreds.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not into the game consoles. That's one I'm not.
But they're computers.
Yeah,
Realistically,
502 core computers.
Yeah, but they're still they're. I don't know. I never really got into any type of gaming consoles.
so you wouldn't buy one of those Apple, what are they called? Pico? No. Apple, what was the game console they made? Oh my god. They made a gaming console.
Yeah.
What is it?
Pippin?
Pippin! There we go. See? You need a Pippin.
I may, but
You have every other Mac device. You need a Pippin.
I'd rather one of those VTech kids things that's just basically an Apple IIe core.
Is it? I had no idea.
that's
Yeah,
four.
the
Here.
VTech
That's four.
play toy.
Yeah.
It's actually a Apple IIe core inside of it.
Really? Huh. Well, I'm part of the Naboo army myself, so
Yeah.
Naboo for
but-
life. And one bit told me about one that was in Quebec that I'm trying to find. It was apparently a similar device, but I've yet to see one. What is it called? It's my search history on the Fleabay. Hold on. Search. Save searches. It is called a Video Way. So it's apparently a similar thing to a Naboo, but it was in Quebec, not Ontario. But I've yet to see one. There you go. He even posted it in the chat. And he says that I'm onto something, that if you fix computers and don't use them anyways, a video game console is pretty much almost the same set of challenges for the repair potential. Fix it.
Someone's got too much time to go and type all that out.
Well, a Sega Genesis is just a Mac SE with a Z80 thrown in it.
I love Sega Genesis. They had the best arcade ports. And their blast processing that did absolutely nothing. Didn't change a thing. I should get out my soldering iron.
Mm-hmm.
Where did I put it?
What are you going to break now?
Because I used the pine sol.
Yeah.
And I fixed a radio with it. See? I
Congratulations.
tried some soldering. What's that?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Then I got bored. Then played a game. Joe says he saw someone run Mac OS 6 on a Genesis.
Yep. Well, it is a 7.16 megahertz 68,000.
Well, now I want to know how to do it.
Come on, get under there. There you go.
And actually, the game cart I had in my last video, it has what was it? What was on it? It has some programming on there. What's the name of the language? I just lost it.
No.
All right, I'm putting on an LED now and trying to, and it's not. Let's try to level this a little bit.
You can do it.
Yeah, it's this soldering is peaceful.
Joe wants to know what your. Oh, you already answered his question, I guess.
What?
He asked what your. He says, "What is Will doing?"
Who? Oh, Will?
Yeah.
He's soldering stuff.
Sada.
I'm putting together a Tash 20 Lite. Sorry, Tiny. It's someone's design that it's a Tash 20, but more of an external type that you put in a case and has some nice blinky LEDs on it and so forth. I bought 5 of the boards and parts to build 2 of them.
And it's pretty obvious what I'm doing.
You are
More
recapping
cartridges.
in SC30.
I am removing bad flash chips.
Boy, I tell you, I buy some of those 29F 800 chips. Oh my God, those are expensive.
These are 29 GL640s.
No, so those aren't too bad then.
They're TSOP 48s.
Yeah, because I bought them for the ROM sims.
Yeah.
For the 4 meg, and then I bought a different one for the 8 meg. That one costed even more. I think that one was like $12-13 a chip. Expensive.
Really? Why didn't you use these chips?
Huh?
Why didn't you use these?
No, because I need a larger space.
These are 8 megabytes.
I don't know. I'll have to see what chips those are.
Hey,
Yeah,
Sloopy,
these
are
are-
you using a fume extractor?
Who, me?
No, Sloopy.
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I kept seeing all the smoke, and I was like, "You're in the basement. I don't think you're getting a lot of airflow."
I go. No, actually, I don't know if you can see it, but right there is a 20-inch box fan
Mhm.
with a filter on it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I have actually ceiling fans over me, so that blows it away.
But considering I've been breathing flux fumes for 40 years,
Gee.
I don't think that it's going to make much of a difference at this point. Yeah, I first started. I first picked up a soldering iron in 1978.
Wow. That's a long time. Jeez.
78 is when I moved to the States.
1978 is when I was 8 years old.
So me too. So then you were born 69.
70.
70. Okay, yeah. I was 69, and I just turned 8 in 78. Yeah.
I wasn't
No,
even
I
born yet.
turned 9. I turned 9 in 1978. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we left Curacao when we moved to Texas, but only stayed there like a year. My father could not put up with the cold.
Of Texas?
Yeah, during the winter, he was like, "This is too cold."
Look
Okay.
at him, see?
Yes. What does it look like I'm doing?
And also too much taxes. He,
You're in
he
golf.
don't like paying taxes.
Well, you are in the Cayman Islands, right?
Yeah.
That's why we live here.
Yes, it looks like I'm playing golf.
Oh.
You're on the computer on golf.
That's why we live here because he didn't want to pay taxes.
Yeah, one bit is with me when he laughed when you said Texas was too cold. Being from Quebec, we see a different kind of cold.
Okay, so I have a lot of stuff already on this board.
Whatever that person's name is. Aquatic?
Hi.
Oh, aquatic Snoopy.
Yeah, they're messaging me.
Oh, what are they saying?
So I
You
have
know why I let those
quite a bit of it on here.
They got to the bottom of something. They left the golf math mafia. And got to the bottom of what?
Of what's going on with Trigger?
How'd they get to the bottom of it? You?
No, talking to Trigger.
What?
Sloopy, we can hear everything you're saying, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just making sure.
Do I care? Nope.
This is Missy. I don't know if you've met her before. This is my girlfriend.
Hi, Missy.
Hi,
And
welcome to the stream.
that's Darth Beagle. And that's Will, K-Mac Vintage. You should go visit Will.
Why?
You might enjoy it.
Why?
He lives in the Cayman Islands.
Yep, small little island south of Cuba, northwest of Jamaica.
You know how you always complain about it's too cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, you only complain about it's too hot there.
Got a point.
Yeah, Missy's a very small woman. She's only like 4'10". And you know how smaller the women, the more they complain about being cold.
No, I don't. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tell Will about superconductivity temps. What?
Tell me about what?
Tell you about superconductivity temps. Oh,
What do you mean?
that's what one bit keeps has asked me. We see superconductivity temps. I don't know what he means.
Oh, geez.
I'm not sure what
I'm
it
not
means. But,
intelligent.
Superconductivity temps are temperatures that are very low so that you get superconductivity in certain materials.
but
I
what
guess
the-
he's one bit. I guess he's up in northern Canada.
He's in Quebec. I don't remember what part he is. He's not that close to me. I know that.
Yeah, superconductivity is like zero.
he might be where it gets butt ass cold then.
The coldest is Winnipeg, I think. They get to like minus 40 Celsius.
I don't mind the actually Vancouver winter. I've been there for a bit during winter.
Yeah, it rains.
Yeah.
That's why. It's not that cold in Vancouver.
Nope.
It just rains all the time in their winter. Here, it's snow, ice.
But then again, although the first time I went to Vancouver, that night that I was there, my first night, we had snow.
You're bad luck.
Surprisingly, we had some snow.
There, one bit's in Quebec City area. It's actually very nice there.
I think there are actually daily, Air Canada flights out of Toronto straight to here.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Toronto's a major airport in Canada.
Yeah, Air
It's a
Canada.
terrible city though. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's it really.
As you can tell, I'm not a huge fan of Toronto myself. I've been there, but it's a big city to be big. It just has that feeling. But again, I'm a Quebecer, so Quebec and Ontario.
Yeah, sometimes I don't like very big cities. I even find, although I don't stay in Miami, I mean, Miami's crazy. When I go up, I go up to West Palm Beach area, which Frank S knows that area much better. Am I in focus? Yeah. Okay.
You're good.
Putting on the sockets now. Getting there with his board is almost finished.
Sloopy inspired you.
So I gotta see what I'm gonna do with that SD card reader. I may.
I
It's
say,
not-
I say just hook it up, like the wires that line up when you when you put it down on there. Just
Mhm.
slap them on, and then for the other wires that don't connect, just put like point-to-point wires.
Yeah, but I don't think I need them all. That's the thing. I only need 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. I only need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
Seven.
make sure those are connected up and be done. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'll look. Let me finish with these sockets and then.
Yeah, because it's not like it's a product that you're selling to people. It's just a test. It's a beta test
Yeah.
hardware.
There goes my
Beta
phone.
test hardware is not supposed to look pretty.
No, I know. That's why on my blinking RAM, I had an error. There was an error in the board design, so I'm not gonna sell those.
If beta test hardware looked pretty, then it'd be ready for release.
And then I also have a Wi-Fi modem that I'm making, and that board too is not pretty. I already got to chop it up some. I had some mistakes. That was the first go at it.
Yeah, I actually have a Wi-Fi modem. Yes.
Okay, so I only got 2 things left to put on here other than the SD card reader.
Okay. All right. Let me see here. I have a Wi-Fi modem board here. I'll show it to you.
Yeah,
It's pretty damn small.
yeah. The one I'm doing is it's actually just actually ESP32.
Yeah.
That plugs into another board that's got the actually TTL converter on it and the DB9 plug. Simple thing.
Yep. That's basically what this is.
Hi, Luke. Sorry. Go ahead.
Luke is on. My other person in Cayman.
Is that the well? You call him a kid or younger, but I don't know how old.
Young. He is. He's still in his teens.
Wow.
Still in his teens. Yes.
There it is.
Let's see.
I got to go over to the camera now.
Oh, okay.
Or I could just change this firmware that I'm using to this one.
You have the option.
That would also work. After I've made a mess of my desk.
You see, I mean, really, this is the one that I came up with. It's got the DB9 there, got two LEDs on it, and then the ESP32 connects on it, and the TTL is underneath it with a bunch of caps and a couple of resistors. That's it. Yeah, same thing. Mm-hmm.
Nifty.
Yeah. As the guy sold them, the module was usually soldered right on there, so it was much lower.
Yeah.
But I put a header on there so that I could change the module.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
But what is that running? What actually microcontroller is that running?
this is the ESP8266-01.
826601. Okay, I'll have to look up that one.
Yeah,
I don't know much about that one. I mean, I know ESP32s because I've got a bunch of them here, and I've been using them for a couple other things.
Yeah, these are the ESP8266-01 is like dirt cheap.
And it looks small. I mean, compared to the ESP32.
Yeah, it's like it's almost half the width of an ESP32.
Yeah, because it only needs actually 4 pins.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it needs. It's just it's just actually receive, transmit, and the other two. I can't remember what the other two are off the top of my head.
One is
Carriage detect, I think. Huh?
One is enable.
Yeah. It only needs 4. It only needs 4 pins of the actually ESP32. So I guess it could be 8266, because when I look at one of the ESP30, I mean the ESP32 is a big damn thing. I mean.
Yeah. Let me think here. Do I have an ESP32? Yeah, I have one ESP32, but I don't know where it's at. And it's like an ESP32 is much big. Like the actual the solder cup version is like almost twice as wide, and it's like about 2/3 longer. I mean, this is a DB25, so it's like smaller than a DB25.
Yeah, you're using a DB25. I'm making mine with actually DB9.
Yeah, well, this was made by a gentleman in Delaware, and these aren't system specific. They're just generic RS-232 with modem emulator software.
Yeah, well, it is running ZI modem.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it will work with ZI modem because I've tested it. But
okay.
He actually, I mean, this was how long ago was this? 2017.
Okay.
So that was before ZI modem was well tested and put out. He would sell these in kits for like $15, $12 to $15, and I bought. One person wanted it, loved it, and then I had about 20 or 30 people that wanted me to make them for him, assemble them, because he sold them. He was like, they were like $15 as a kit or $35 pre-assembled. And I was like, and someone asked me how much I would charge, and I'm like, oh, that simple thing, I'd charge $10 because I mean I could do four of them an hour.
Yeah.
So
there's really not too much to actually solder.
Yeah, it's let's see here, 6 caps, 6 tandem caps, one regular cap, a voltage regulator, connector for the ESP module, a mini USB, a tactile switch, and then the DB25F. So.
Yeah, but that's actually quite a bit more things to actually solder on it. I guess because not all that stuff is on the ESP8266.
Well, no, it's all for the voltage. I mean, you're connecting it to a Mac, which is RS-422, so you don't need to do really a lot of voltage conversion. This is for generic RS-232, so this will work on any RS-232. which requires a little bit more voltage adjustment. Because with RS422, you can just put the negative lines to ground, and then use the positive lines with any kind of voltage to send the data. With RS232, you have to have a voltage swing.
Mm-hmm.
Frank has to order some more beekeeping cages. He means level shifters. That's what he got in the mail. Beekeeping cage. By accident.
Yeah, but that didn't come from Joe.
No, that didn't come.
How,
You have to
Frank?
watch
Are
the
you
video.
are you starting an actually brand new hobby?
It was funny. I ordered, those cables you plug into the back of a IDE and SATA drives that just plug into a USB into a computer.
Yeah.
They were like $4. I bought 3 of them off of eBay once, and I got 3 of those laser light shows.
Laser light shows.
Yeah, you put them on the side of your house for.
Oh yeah, the things that actually project.
Yeah, these were the high power ones. They were like $80 each, and I bought 3 things for $4 each. They sent me 3 things that were $80 each. I told them that, hey, you sent me the wrong thing. You sent me these laser light things, and I ordered this, and they're like, oh, we're sorry. And they refunded my money, and I'm like, well, what do I do with these? And they're like, I'll just throw them away.
Is this Amazon?
I'm not throwing them away. That's pretty damn cool.
Was it Amazon?
No, it was eBay.
Oh, sorry, you said eBay. Yeah. Well, for some people, it's cheaper just to not have to ship them back, right? Like Amazon has done that with me.
These were $90 laser light shows.
Probably they had such a low price.
Yeah, they had 2 different lasers in them, red and green in 2 of them, and then blue and green in the third one. And they just had the 2 lasers. The one was stronger than the other one, and it went through a prism that went through a lens, and you display it like on the side of a house or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually took the prism disc out of it, and I actually was shooting it at a stop sign that was over a mile away.
Wow.
And with your naked eye, you could see the stop sign reflecting the laser light.
Wow.
What did the cops say when they saw you doing that?
Nothing, because they didn't know where the hell I was. I was a mile away.
I've gotten sometimes through Amazon, they send the wrong thing, they told me to keep it, or they just, they sent me stuff and it's been crushed a little, like the box, and I'm like, like this stuff I bought. So usually they tell me just keep it, or I've had one time the person's like, you keep it and resell it. They're telling me this on the phone too. They get recorded. I'm like, are you serious? Like, yeah, it costs us more money to take it back than it's worth for us because we have to store it somewhere. So just keep it.
Right.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, I at the time I lived in New Jersey, Summers Point, New Jersey, which is right across the bay from Ocean City, New Jersey. And I was able to shoot it all the way across to the bay, which is about a mile. And I couldn't see the stop sign, but you could see the reflection from it. Mm-hmm. And I had someone at the stop sign because they were helping me try to aim it. But it's kind of hard to aim a laser beam a mile.
Mm.
And then it was funny because when I got it, I was like, he's like, I think you got it. I'm like, yeah, you don't need to confirm. I can see it. It was really cool.
Huh?
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up the pinning on this SD card reader.
In the piece that you got that you said doesn't fit?
Well, the pins don't line up exactly.
Oh yeah, sort of like these. I bought them for some blue scuzzies, and they're wrong.
Yeah, but those are the micro SDs, right? The smaller ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the bigger ones.
Yeah. Yeah, they won't fit these blue SCSI boards that I have. So I have to find the right ones, which is a pain in the ass because evidently the right ones are like $5 each
Uh-huh.
in most places. Instead of using the cheap ones that you can get for 15 for $8 or 15 for
Yeah.
$6. Yeah, I figured Joe has enough work to do. I wasn't going to add to his
No, he likes it.
thing. Not to mention, I was given 4 PCBs with the resistor packs and the diodes for free.
You might as well get it done yourself.
Yeah, might as well just make them myself.
And of course, on the data sheet on Mauser, you don't find the pinout,
Yeah.
but it should be fairly standard pinout. So
Yeah.
well, let's just search SD card reader pinout.
Will you stop sliding down?
All right, so looking at this, I do need it to connect.
Yeah, it is way off, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, you're gonna run tiny bodge wires to each one.
Oh no.
I need something to put under there.
Or what?
I don't know, because it keeps vibrating and it vibrates the boards off of it. No, because if I lose that, I'll be pissed. Oh, there, that'll work. I found a mini USB port. There.
That'll do.
Now, I know everyone doesn't want to watch My Ugly Mug. They want to watch the slaughtering.
I'm showing them my ugly mug.
Yeah, but your ugly mug isn't gross and disgusting like my ugly mug.
Depends who you ask.
X's don't count.
So all the flash chips on all of those have to be removed?
Yep.
So did like people who bought these already just all ship them right back to you?
No. They came in from the factory like that, and when it went to program and test them, they wouldn't program.
So the place that you got them made, does that mean that they're sending back some money, or like what are they doing to make up for this issue?
I don't know. I don't handle that side of things.
Okay.
I work for someone else.
Okay. Oh no.
All right, so I don't need this till pin 4.
Can I boot that guy off the stream? There's Garth Beagle on it.
That's your favorite. That's your favorite, buddy.
He's evil.
No, but you can boot that retro techie guy off because he talks about the damn Naboo too much.
Oh, it's the greatest computer ever made.
No, it is not an Atari 800.
I don't know if Atari 800 is my favorite. I have a 600. Well, I have 2 of them. 600
1, 2,
XLs.
3.
What do you do with them?
I have some games for them.
Cartridges?
Yeah.
You need to get an S drive or even a FujiNet.
I have.
I want to get a FujiNet. I want to try that.
I have
Or
one of
the,
those.
Apple.
I have one of those flash drives. It's like this green translucent flash drive, but like it's one that you need an adapter
Max.
cable.
Atari Max.
It could be that. I don't know. I have to go find it. I bought it, but the guy who had it, he didn't have the cable, so I haven't been able to do anything with it.
If it's an Atari Max, I do believe you can program it in the system.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'd have to go get out my Atari. They're packed away. There's so much stuff. I sold most of my non-Mac stuff years ago.
How was that project you were working on?
Who?
You, where you were trying to sell X number of stuff for $1,000.
I'm putting it on hold for a bit.
What happened?
Well, it's garage sale season,
Oh,
and I love seeing what I could find. So, I sold the big stuff. The stuff like the gaming stuff and all that goes fast. But then I'm selling like Sony CD players and cassette decks and things like that. And people are just becoming like pains, really. Like, oh, is there scratches? I take pictures. Oh, it's too scratched on the side. I'm like, okay, well, for $20, what do you want? Like, it works. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
people want shit that looks brand new.
And then there's people for a $10 or $15 item. Would you drive an hour here to sell it to me? I'm like, no. Like, gas is pretty expensive. I'm not wasting half my day and all my gas. To just get
whatever
to
I
you.
try, I can't make this one fit any way possible.
Then use just some small kludge wires.
Hmm?
Then use some small kludge wires.
Let me see. Let me see how the one from a Blue Scuzzy would. Yeah, I need the same one Blue Scuzzy using. Joe, what is the SD card reader Blue Scuzzy using? I need to buy some of those. Exactly the same ones. You have a part number if you're still on?
The new one or the old one?
Scuzzy 2. I need exactly the same one.
I don't have that one. I have the old one.
Yeah, I'm not special enough to have a V2.
Exactly the same reader will actually fit this. So let's borrow it from the Blue Scuzzy.
Frank agrees with me in the chat.
What?
To drive an hour away and the person doesn't show, it's a waste of time.
Yes, it is a waste of time. That's just drive an hour for you to do that. I mean, no.
Yeah.
I mean, cost of gas and all that.
My favorite are the people that they see like a bunch of the things I'm selling, and like one thing, let's say it's like $20 or $30, and they combine the items and they say, if you take $30 off, I'll take everything. I'm like, so you're saying if I give you the second or third thing for free, you'll buy everything else? They're like, well, yeah, I guess it makes that. Yeah, that's exactly what you're telling me. I'm not giving you my stuff for free.
So they want you to actually drive all that and then barter you down on it, and where
Yeah.
they don't pay shipping to begin with.
I once dealt with, once I had to raise a lot of money, so I was buying and selling MacBooks. So I'd like up the RAM. Some of them I'd put an SSD, or some I just put a bigger hard drive, right?
Mhm.
And I was raising a sizable amount of money I needed at the time. So I sold one. It had a good battery, but I didn't have any more power adapters.
Mhm.
I made it quite clear, like with the guy. I was like, "Listen, I have this. I don't have this, so I'm going to lower the price. This is what it is. Meet me at this building." So he comes. He looks at it. He goes, "Well, I think it should be cheaper because you don't have the power adapter."
Wonder why my camera is so dark.
So after agreeing to the price, lowering it for him because I didn't have the power adapter, he tried to do it again, and I told him, "I'm like, here's your options. You buy it now, or you get out."
Mhm.
Like, I'm not putting up with this. You agreed to the price.
Yeah.
Don't try to nickel and dime me when you show up face to face. It's like, okay, fine.
Now it's time to program this pick chip.
You use a Windows machine.
For most of the stuff, yeah, because it's
Yeah.
it's the same machine I have sitting at my desk, my bench that I use for streaming, because I put in an actually high-end video card and everything.
Well, the software support's probably better on the Windows machine too, right?
Yeah, I don't mind it on the Windows. I don't have a Mac Mini like some of these others or M1 Mac Mini that I can use.
I don't have an M1. I have the i5.
I have an iMac,
Uh,
and I also have an eMac.
Emacs are the best Macs.
Now I
Love
just need an AMac and a OMac and a UMac, and I got all the vowels.
I love the screen on an eMac. They're so nice.
Yeah, my iMac is over there.
the eMac is which one? Remind me.
Big white one that's like larger than an iMac G3. It's like the educational
Oh,
one.
yeah, those. Okay.
The ones you can't give away. Because they're so big.
Sure, you can. That's how I got it down there.
Can you get it back out?
Someone gave
So this Stash 20 can work with two different PIC chips. It can work with the PIC 17, the 16F17O something, and the 1825. I like the 1825s more. One, they're easier to find, then cheaper too. So I have one of them in the programmer now. I'm gonna load up my software here. First, I gotta tell it what chip I'm using. Oh, there, PIC 1825.
Where did you get that chip programmer?
This I bought off of Amazon a while back, last year, February or so.
Huh.
I have another one here too. I have the GQ 4x4. I like that one too because that one has the adapter that will allow me to do the bigger 40 pin ROMs,
Mhm.
which are used by the classic 2, or that is the actually 2-chip version.
Which programmer do you have?
I've got this TL866 2 Plus, and then I have also this one, this GQ 4x4.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have also a Willem programmer. It's funny, it's got the same name as actually me because that is my real name too, Willem. So there is a programmer named actually after me. So, but yeah, that actually GQ lets me do those bigger ROMs because it's got an adapter on it. Here's Ron.
I have a
And
TL866
yeah, that's the
2
same one.
Plus. I
That's the same.
have a TL866A.
Yeah, I don't have the A. I never even seen the A.
It looks just like the 2 Plus.
Hey!
Ron, hey, how are you?
Hey, Ron. And then I have the T48, also known as the TL866 V3.
Isn't that their new one, or is that their because they
Yeah.
stopped selling and making the actually Plus,
Right.
this one,
Yeah.
and they replaced it with a different one. Is it that black one?
Yep.
Yeah.
They have
Okay.
the T48 and the T56. The T56 is like $200. It's
Yeah,
obscene. And then they have this one, which is like $100.
Yeah, but what is your take on them?
Overall, they're not perfect, but they work.
Yeah.
I have to program some things with the T48, some things with the TL866A, and some things with the 2 Plus.
Uh-huh.
I wish I could just use one for everything, but I don't know what the deal is, but for some reason I can't.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like this adapter is for for the ROM adapters we have, and for some reason they program fine in the A and the 2 Plus, but they won't program in the 48.
Yeah, but I see. Does that take some different voltages or something? Because I see all those wires coming out the back end of that.
No, basically what it is the ROM adapter is it goes into a 2364 socket,
Uh-huh.
and it uses a AT49 512 through 10040. So
Mhm.
it's got multiple. It has more address lines than are on the socket, and
Okay.
those are the extra address lines and the programming line.
That's like I don't know where I have it right now. I have the
Ron's having fun.
Ron, you doing okay over there?
Yeah, things are good.
You
I
are
get my all-time high score.
actually melting away on us there, boy. I see what I like is that the actually GQ came with this adapter that allows me to do the actually larger chips.
Yeah, I have something similar to that for the TL866.
Because this lets me do the actually 400 chips, the actually 27C four actually hundreds,
Yeah,
which are the bigger one.
the 16-bit wide ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's one thing that the T48 is supposed to be able to do them, but I haven't tried it.
So I did it because I had someone that sent me a board that was missing a ROM, and he was like, "Look, I need a ROM for it and that." So then I went and looked, and I got the programmer for it because I can always use it for others.
Yeah.
So at least I got that with it that allows me to.
Hey, Ron.
And-
Sorry to interrupt. Ron, what's your score? Say it really quickly.
40-50.
Thank you. Sorry for interrupting, Will.
Okay, no, I think actually Joe left, so I'll send him a private message, ask him what the port number is on that SD card reader that I need. Okay, so the chip is programmed. So let's put that in here.
Boop-a-da-doo. Eyeball.
So these are the two things for it. That's it. I mean, the only thing I'm missing on here is the SD card reader that I need to put. Then the
But you don't have a version 2 Blue Scuzzy somewhere in your area that you could just look at it? Or is it written on the other side?
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, the part number is not on it.
Oh, okay.
Not on this side that I can see. So I was thinking robbing it, but the thing is, I don't have an SD card ready for this either because my actually micro SD will not work on this. I mean, I have the Tash 20 boot image here, but this is the micro, and this uses the actually larger one. So, but I mean, this is built. That's all that this is really. Just a couple resistors, a power. This is what this is a LDO voltage regulator. Couple LEDs, a couple capacitors, and that's it. I mean, there's not much to this device.
You make it sound so simple, but there's no way I'd be able to put something like that together. So
It's not
Not with that attitude.
retro. Come on now, you can't put some pins through a hole.
That looks
I
too
mean, that's how he got
complicated.
all his kids here.
That's all. That's all that this is. Just a bunch of
pin.
metal pins that are bent, actually stuck through a hole, and that's it. And you solder it.
I had a design in my head for a new battery holder for old classic Macs that I was gonna start selling.
Mm.
So it just came to me. in a
Oh,
dream.
did it? Like in
Just
the
done.
mail? that you ordered it?
Dream, mail, whatever. Same difference.
Yeah, well, that looks too complicated to solder. I don't think I could handle that either.
No, what?
You've been soldering since you were a wee lad.
Retro, are you talking about boards? These boards that just showed up,
Yeah, those boards.
and then actually purple pouch.
Yeah, I've been thinking of
handy.
selling them in purple pouches.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead. The design.
I'm not
is out
selling
there.
them. I'm
Experiment,
not
sell
gonna sell them. I've ordered some more because I mean, Ron made his wonderful design available on actually GitHub.
I need to get some
So
of them.
what I'm going to do is that any board that I rebuild or that I fix and so forth that doesn't have any, I'll just put one of these on there for him.
Oh, son of a gun.
So that's
Language.
my thing on it.
Hey, Luke says if you just need an adapter from micro SD to normal SD, he has several, and he can bring you one or two next time he comes by.
No, but I need to go from.
The regular SD.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I do have the adapter too that I can put the small chip into the bigger adapter. Yes, I do have a bunch of those. I forgot about that, Luke. Thanks for reminding me. But I don't have the metal thing for me to solder on this unless I steal it from the Blue Scuzzy.
I would.
Yeah. The
That's
next
what I
thing then
do.
I know is that I'll have the actually Eric and the actually Joe police on my ass.
What?
The Eric police.
They will come all the way down here and knock on my door.
But
They'll
don't
be
you have
like, hey,
multiple
we've
Blue
been
Sky-
heard. We heard about you cutting the legs off turtles, so we're here to put in a good word for the turtles. Son of a gun.
Night, Frank.
So Frank, good night. Yes. Yeah. What time is it for you? 9:46 up there.
Yeah.
Frank, if you haven't left yet, remember the week of the 31st. I'm coming up there. So
Where's
Yeah, I
Frank?
need to.
he is up in Florida, pretty close to where I'm gonna be.
Okay. Sorry, Ron. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I need to get some stuff in the mail.
Yeah, you too. You need to send me that board.
Yeah, I will do that.
I need to get
Tomorrow
Lisa.
seems like a good time.
Seems like a good plan. So anyway, so yeah, this Stash 20 then, I mean, like I said, there is a very well designed 3D printable case for it that
Mhm.
then it sits in, and it's got the LEDs and everything on it and the opening for the card slot. Then the cable can just plug in. And
My
then,
Task 20 looks very different than yours.
well,
Mine is quite
this
wee.
this is the Tash 20 tiny. Then there is this one.
Minuscule.
Yeah, I got the minuscule.
And see, this one just actually plugs into the back of the machine. This will plug into the back of the machine, and then this you can set on the side or on top of
Sure.
it or wherever you want. Okay, it's just a different design of it.
Aren't you selling the one on the left right now?
I have some of these out there, yes, but like I said, I found these very expensive, and I mean, for me to actually recover my cost, the actually price is kind of high because of the metal adapter and
Yeah,
there's actually $10 SD card reader.
yeah. That IDC 19.
Hence why between Joaquim and I, we have this version,
Yeah.
which is a different SD card reader, micro SD card reader. It's just sitting flat on the board because there is nothing else on this board back here, so we don't even have an actually riser on it. Okay, so we just solder it actually directly to the board with some pins and then cut it on both sides. And the pick chip and the capacitor are both surface mount. So it's
Yeah.
a real tiny little sucker that will sit, that will be on it. This I can test too because all I gotta do is just actually program the chip, solder it on, and then and solder on the capacitor. So maybe I'll do that too. But right now I want to go. I want to try to test this out and see what happens, if anything happens with it.
Kaboom!
Well, it should still light up and blink and do something because although it doesn't have the chip on it.
Well, it's gonna seek, right? It's gonna look for something.
Well, it should. It's gonna give me the actually Mac without a OS to actually boot on the screen that it needs to boot. So what is this? RAM sim? Okay. Oh,
Ugh. Ugh.
My thoughts exactly.
Well, Retrotech, if you want to be the Canadian distributor for those battery boards, you're all set.
I'll have 1-bit do it. He knows what he's talking about.
I tell you, I think actually Frodo's the one that ordered like actually 100 boards and that.
Did he?
Yeah.
Jeez. RTOD is back.
You see, at least the power LED came on, but
Well, then it's technically powering up at least.
well, that's just power, and that's just telling it. I mean,
No sparks.
you won't know until it blinks or something. Yeah,
There you go.
You see, it can't find OS. It didn't blink. It didn't do anything.
Oh, no.
Just
least-
solder the SD card straight to it.
Here you go. Problem solved. Do what you can, where you are with what you have.
Thinking outside the box. Do they make those with like USB?
What, this thing here? No,
Yeah. No.
no. You see, I can't do much without the SD unless I borrow that one from the actually Blue Scuzzy.
Do it.
I'm thinking of it.
We want to see it work. Do it.
Do it for Ron.
Do it for what I can't remember. Do it for the Gipper.
Do it for Herbert J. Hoover.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
You lost him.
I'm bored.
Do it for my Chromebox.
Do it for your Chromebook.
100% CPU usage right now. 65 degrees.
Yeah, I saw your video of can you stream from the Chromebook?
Yeah, the Chromebox. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's pretty interesting.
pretty good considering it's like 4 years, 5 years out of date software. Well, software, web browser.
Right.
I'm amazed it didn't like burn itself up. But it has a high-end CPU. I mean, it has
Sure.
a Celeron.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Celeron, high end.
high-end Celeron, 1.4 gigahertz. Hey, $10 is $10.
that's right. That's what. That's why you got arrested by the police that time. Hey, $10 is $10. Just saying.
Listen, things happen. Okay.
Hey,
Right.
how'd you know what I had on the sign above my street post?
Hey, listen. $10 is $10.
I also hooked up high-end speakers to it.
Ooh. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
those are high-end.
Active. It doesn't really focus, but they are high-end.
Yeah. Thanks about this game.
I want to try streaming with. You ever see those Intel compute sticks?
Yeah.
I want to try it with one of those. I want to see like, is it? I'm assuming it could technically do it. They plug into a TV and they run basic things, but
Right.
I want to get one super cheap because I don't want to pay for that piece of garbage.
Oh, that's me about everything. I want to
Yeah.
get it super cheap because I don't want to pay for anything.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's just a hobby. I want to give stuff to other people, have them give stuff to me. It all works out.
Pretty much. I mean, my most expensive thing was my TAM over here, but that was a gift.
Yeah.
My most expensive thing was my SE and SE30 over there, and my floppy EMU over there. I had to give my arcade cabinet for.
I'm really looking forward to Retro Techie gifting me that TAM one day.
It was a gift from my wife, so it probably won't be why I'm alive.
Well, people get remarried all the time.
Hold on.
Ouch!
I'll go talk to her. Hold on. I'll let her know.
To say he's nice, he's got an American citizenship, and
What?
he's emotionally available.
Oh, you?
Hey, Ron,
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get a Christmas card from Retro Techie's wife this year.
I didn't last year either. It was just basically just like a postcard with a frowny face drawn on it.
Mhm. That's what she gives me too, so don't worry about it.
Sweet.
Speaking of which, I need to put this in the mail for you.
What?
Is it that Geopod?
Huh?
Is it the Geopod?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm really excited for the Geopod. I've got the phone company come to put a regular phone line in my house just to test it.
Oh, you're getting the pots? Cool.
Well, it's Missouri. It's legal here now.
New coffee shop sale.
Well, it's,
What's on sale?
This is Maryland, so it's decriminalized here.
Yeah.
Or did he just sell something? Is that what it means? New coffee shop sale from Jay Chardon?
Neat. What did you sell?
Are you there, Will?
Yeah, I'm here.
What'd you sell?
What do you mean? What did I sell?
Your coffee bot says you sold something.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that. Let me check the email. Hold on.
Coffee dot. Let's see what you have. That RAM was a great deal. That was the good stuff. Let's look through your coffee. Oh, that didn't work. Do I really gotta put HTTPS?
Oh,
Oh,
he bought RAM.
Oh, there you go.
He
Okay.
bought
Everybody needs.
he bought all of my RAM. 5 sets. Nice. Thank you. Whoever, I'm not gonna say the name, but at least he bought 5 sets of RAM.
it was Scott
Oh.
Hardin. He just posted it like in your chat, so he said it's okay.
You
I-
bought all your RAM. Now my SC30 is going to be memoryless.
I have more coming.
It will forget.
I
Okay.
have more coming.
You have your floppy port voltage meters for $20. The kits for $20. You have your Tash 20 HD20 emulators for $25. These are US prices, right?
Yeah.
Then a Finnish floppy port multi-voltage meter for $35. Blank Sims for $4.
Yeah, that's you can get four actually sticks for $4.
Classic reloaded transfer service $125. That seems cheap to do for
Yeah,
$125.
it does seem cheap to do.
Yeah, but you see
Will's,
that
Will's very adept at doing it. So
no, well, because really, if I price that higher, you can buy a board for 150, 175.
that works.
You see, yeah.
But
So
it won't be
that's the
purple.
thing. If I don't, yeah, it won't be purple in that. But I mean, if I go any higher, then it's gonna make it more nicer for someone to just buy another board. You see?
Yeah.
TechStep ROM cartridge.
Yeah.
Let me look
You
at this.
suck.
Yep. I can make those ROM cartridges. I'm not gonna take the SD card reader off of the Blue SCSI because it's got plastic in it and it'll melt with the heat.
Very cool stuff.
So I can't.
Do it right.
Huh?
All right, if you do it right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna attempt that.
One bit wants me to ask if you'll do gaming
Ah.
console modding work.
Yeah, this is Scott. Scott Hardin. This is my friend from that's just outside of Dallas up there. He's the one that is the first SE30 board that I did. It was actually his. So I guess he's on the stream watching because he just sent me a message saying yes, he bought all of my RAM.
I'm gonna plug my channel. Scott, listen up.
So I don't need to
YouTube.com/.
send it to you.
Retro Techie. This name there. I do nothing the same as Will because he's way more competent than I am.
No, he says he bought them because he had an SE30 board that he was going to send to me that was giving him trouble, and he replaced all the SIM sockets, and it seems to work now. So he wants some RAM for it.
Nice.
But if you went and bought all 5 sets of RAM, I mean that's quite a bit of RAM you bought because that SE30 can only take two sets, so you got 3 more left over.
He'll find another machine.
But it's okay. Thank you, Scott. Thank you very much. Actually appreciate it. But at least now, I mean, I've sold out of actually a version 1 RAM sim. Now the version 2, um, which is these here. I have some made here like this.
What's the difference?
This is a 4-layer board compared to an actually 2-layer. We moved the chips to where they're on the two far sides, and
Okay.
these have the option of the actually blink.
Have lights on them?
Yes, to
yeah.
tell you like read write activity.
Yep.
So I thought Will was joking because he was like, "Yeah, it's like it lets you know when you got RAM activity." I'm like,
How
"So
you
it's
gonna
just
see
an
it?
LED that's just on all the time, huh?"
No,
But
it's
he's
not
like,
on
"No,"
all the
he's like,
time.
"It's better than that."
It does actually blink. I mean, they do blink. Um, it's in my other machine. Hold on, I'll show you. Let me get this one off of the bench. So because I can't do much more with this Tash 20 now, because this one is built. Not until I get an SD reader can I test it.
Well, you have one. You just refuse to rip it off.
I'm not gonna take it off
Sure.
of there and melt it. I'll find them and I'll buy them, and I'm in Florida from the 31st for a week.
You go to the States a lot.
So, well, I haven't been up there since February. I passed through Miami a couple weeks ago. I mean, when I went down to Curacao, I passed through Miami. Okay, so watch
Wolfenstein.
here.
Wolfenstein.
Oh,
Do
okay.
it. I'll tell you when to stop. Oh, go back. That one. Oh,
You see that retro? So the LEDs are blinking.
that is cool. But you have to have the top off your machine at all times, though, to
Well,
enjoy it.
it's if you've got a clear case, the people that have the clear case is kind of nice for.
I'm
And
just-
it also helps you to see if you've got a RAM problem or not. I mean, if they don't come on, you've got a RAM problem. You're not getting power to your chip.
That's pretty
And
intelligent.
if it's not
Yeah.
blinking, then you don't have actually read write activity going on. You see, so
Ghostbuster.
you see, so what I want to do is that I'm going to make these as a set of 4. It will have one that's got the LED in it, and then the other 3 will not. Okay, or you can choose to buy the LED ones independently and buy more of them, because there is an actually AT Tiny chip on these Sims.
You should give it like RGB, so it'd be like
So-
a gamer Mac.
So there is, yeah, but I mean, really, there's only a read and a write that I have. So so the signal is either high, high or low. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't have a third signal for another color, RGB color.
address lines.
You see, yeah, but that's I mean, there's so many address lines. Which one am I going to use?
The top 3,
So
or the ones that have the most activity.
yeah, I could, because I mean, I still have 3 pins free on that actually AT Tiny. So
Yeah. So like the address lines that are not like the top ones, because they're not going to change much, not the bottom ones because they're going to change too much, but like something middle top.
yeah, that's a possibility. I could do some more. I mean, there is more space on there. So, but my team and I have a better idea that we may end up doing. But I don't want to. We may be getting this off of the sim. We just leave. Well, we may be putting on a bigger AT Tiny that's got a lot more I/O,
It's called the AT Biggie.
or completely take it off of there, but still connect it to the RAM sim and put it somewhere else, and you have a lot more activity, a lot more you can do with it. So, and maybe even something that will bring it outside the case or another device. But we're still working on some different things with it. But yeah, that is the blinking LED.
That's cool. I like it.
So, and then boom, off. So I can have RAM with it, or actually without it. It's the same sticks. I mean, if later on the person wants to put the blinks on, it's only two actually resistors, two LED, and then actually 80 tiny. Eight.
So basically, I can order it without the LEDs and then put the LEDs on myself.
Yeah, and you can write your own code to it. I mean, it's just using pin 2, 5, and 7 on the actually 80 tiny. Pin actually 7 is the actually signal coming in, and then 2 and 5 are for the LEDs. That's it. And so it's a fairly simple little thing. So not too much to it. So Scott, if you're still on the stream watching your latest message, yeah, I'll probably have that ready. So
He's ordering more.
no,
Or he's
no,
saying-
he wants a couple actually Tash 20s.
Wow, he's like taking
Yes,
everything.
ma'am.
No, he's a pretty big collector in Texas, there in Dallas area.
Yep.
So anyway, so what I have left now then is this one here. This is the other Tash 20. So this one I need to program the pick and put on the capacitor. So, and I have those items. See, when I have a project, I have like a bag that I have everything in. So, and everything for that project is in there. So I already have an SD card reader on that. Now I need to put on this little capacitor.
My financial manager just showed up, so I'm not allowed to buy anything.
And I'm presuming that actually financial manager is the one that wears the actually skirt in the house.
No, she wears the pants. I wear the skirts. If I know what's good for me, I know I wear the skirts.
That's a good way to put it.
Ron's playing a very violent game.
And evidently, I'm also a jerk.
Why is that? Because you keep on buying things?
No, because of what I just said.
Um,
I would lose those so easily.
it should be a compliment because really, I mean, that really says that you know that she's the boss.
I thought that was Tony Danza.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a different.
Yeah, see that?
Say it loud enough they can hear it.
I'm the boss, see?
Yes, dear. It's time to play golf.
Time to play golf at this time at night.
Yeah.
Let's Wii golf.
Golf with your friends.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's
Looks
on
like
sale
fun.
right now for $5.
Oh really? Oh, I got to pick that up.
Yeah.
There is speaking about nighttime golf. There is this town in actually Australia. It's so freaking hot there that
Yeah, you
they
can't
actually
play
have a
during the
golf
day.
course. They have a golf course. It's made out of a lot of gravel, and they play golf at nighttime. They have a glow in the dark balls.
I don't
I had
think-
that same problem, but I stopped working at the nuclear power plant.
I don't think I'll go there to play golf because if someone from the Cayman Islands says it's really hot there, I can't imagine how unbelievably hot it is.
Yeah, they live most of the time during the day. They're all underground.
Yeah, there's a few golf courses in the south that are lit up at night, and I know of at least 3 disc golf courses in the south that are lit up at night so you can play.
Okay, so now I need programmer again. I need to program this chip, but this is a different type of chip now. So if you look, it's not a normal chip, so I need the adapter.
Oh, I am playing golf.
With your friends.
With your,
Yeah.
with your messenger.
Where is my adapter for this?
Ron's playing with his friends too.
Yeah, my friends are all dead. That's the problem.
Well, can't all be the life of the party.
Okay. So now this chip has to go in this adapter.
So, Will, have you ever fixed something modern?
I've done some MacBook Pro replacement screens, pretty recent machines, yes. Oh boy. I may not be able to program this chip.
Oh, it's too
Well, I
small.
can. I just have to put it on the board.
Get an adapter for the adapter.
No, I'll have to surface mount it. I'll have to solder it to this, and then I can do it because this is too far apart.
Your friend Scott is preparing for VCF Southwest in Dallas, and he's got a
Yeah.
cable to sell some of his restored Macs.
Oh, yeah, but the problem is June 23rd, 25th. I can't come there. I would have loved to go to the Southwest one in Dallas, but I'm trying to go to the actually Midwest
What's the difference?
location, location and time of year.
It's
and
like real estate. It's location.
location, and also who is actually putting it on. Really,
Well, wouldn't the one in Dallas, wouldn't the 8-bit guy be going to that one because he lives there?
probably because he lives there. But I know he's also going to actually the Midwest one.
I just like to meet Clint. To me, he's like top of the cream of the crop.
Clint.
LGR.
Yeah, LGR.
Yeah. Anytime I go places, they're like, "Hey, who are you?" I'm like, "I'm a Blint Claysinger."
Oh, sorry, y'all can't see what I'm doing here. I'm busy soldering this chip to this adapter board.
Oh wow. But Clint always seems like he enjoys this stuff. That's why.
Yeah.
Like he likes what he does. Like who else puts on that many videos about The Sims? Like that's
About
his thing.
what?
His Sims. He keeps doing like
Oh, yeah,
every
he
year there's
loves The
another
Sims,
Sims
man.
thing. And his series about all those like those drive bay different like utilities and all that. Oh my god, I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott. I wish I could make it to that one, but June 23rd, not a good time for me. I got other plans already that time.
Ooh.
All right, so let's program this one. There we go.
Oh, damn it.
Program.
Oh, you got on top of my head.
Stay safe.
What are you playing here?
This is Left 4 Dead.
Oh, Retrotech and I got Clint to do a voiceover for a future video of his.
I think that's what you're doing, leaving everyone left for dead.
Yeah.
Healing yourself.
Okay, chip is programmed. Now I can take it back off of this thing and then put it on the board.
You literally have to solder it to that board to
Yep.
be able to program it. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I don't have an adapter that will fit this one. So you use these little boards.
But isn't your background programmer? Like
Yeah, I mean that's programming and actually hardware support and that. So, but not actually hardware manufacturing. But
and you learned all of this stuff within like the past year or two.
well, soldering, yes. Some basic electronic circuitry stuff I already knew.
I have a Ziff adapter for them if you want to borrow it. I'll go grab it and push it through the camera.
I have an adapter, but it wouldn't fit this actually narrower chip.
Ah,
So then I just solder it right to the board.
what? Okay.
Hit them with the Coke. Are you stealing Coke? Is that the point of this game?
Yeah, you had to go in there and you had to get the Coke because this is the South. See, you're in Atlanta, so he's like, I figured out where I can stay and be protected from the zombies, but in my haste, I left my Coke.
Your pop.
No, it's Coke.
What do
It's
you
in the
call it
South.
there? But
We just call
every-
it soda.
soda? Because every area calls it something different.
Yeah, well, the South calls it Coke.
Doesn't matter what brand or kind it is. It's
Yeah,
Coke.
it doesn't matter. It's Coke.
Here in the Mid Atlantic, we call it soda.
Pop
And
soda.
Coke is a brand of the best cola that you can get. Your mileage may vary. Because some people prefer Poopsie.
I don't prefer either one.
I don't drink either one at the moment.
I don't
But
know.
when I do, it's usually Coke I'll drink.
I find
Yeah.
people less and less drink soda. I don't know. Maybe it's just the people I spend time with, but
Oh, I need to take it off.
What?
Put it- No, I need to take it off the board here. I put it too much on one side, but it's okay. I'll just slide it over real quick.
dead end.
Sheep dip.
And with the heat, I just place it right back down, and that's it. Easy do.
So that one's for Scott?
It could be. I'm just gonna try it out now and see.
Oops.
But first, I want to make sure all the legs are down. Am I in focus? Yeah.
Yeah. You're above the tank slayer.
Okay.
So the whole thing is one chip and one capacitor?
And the SD card reader on actually this end, but the SD card reader already comes assembled and everything, so I don't have to build anything there. All right, let me make some room here on my bench again. Put away the programmer. Yeah, that's the only thing now with this version of the Tash 20. Once it's programmed, the buyer can't really pop off the chip and put it in a programmer and program it themselves. Dave, hi Dave, how are you?
They can. They really just gotta want it.
Yeah, well,
Challenge
they can unsolder it and then solder it to a programming board and stick it in their programmer and actually update it. But you see, compared to where did I put the other one now? Yeah, you see, compared to this one here, where you could just pop off the SD card reader and then take out the actually dip chip and stick it in a programmer. But just really, how many end users are? I mean, the actually firmware is pretty well written and pretty well much done. It's not going to change too much. So really, how many are going to want to change it?
I would never touch it. I would just leave it as is.
Exactly why we put an SD on it. Well, and actually surface mount PIC chip on it instead. But the idea with that too is to try to have it as actually thin as possible. You see, I mean, that's it. That's I mean, all of this is even smaller than the actual connector. So let's try this out. Let's see. Mm.
Really?
Double bogey.
Wrong one. So you see, when you look at the difference back here, where is it? Okay, you can't really.
Can't see
All
it.
right,
Oh,
there
okay,
you
yeah.
So you can see the difference in them. I mean,
Mhm.
in the length, it's just a bit longer. It is actually narrow. It's the same width, but just it sits a bit further back.
This is what
That's
system
why
you
she liked yours more.
What system is it on? Is SE?
No, this is on a plus.
Oh, plus. What machines would this work on?
Um,
Probably anything with a floppy port.
yeah, well, it's certain ones.
Oh, the ones that support the HD20.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that would probably be up until. Yeah, I know the SC30 will support it, but it needs a plug-in. It won't support it as a boot drive.
Yeah, it's
So-
got to have it's
So
got to
you're
have
mostly-
basically the SmartPort stuff built into ROM. So like a 512,
Yeah,
a plus, a 512 KE rather, or a
Yeah.
plus or something like that.
yeah, because a 128 and a 512 won't work.
No, it does unless they've got 128K ROMs.
Right.
Board surgeon's lobby.
but that's ground.
Oh, this game is
That
so
one-
messy.
And getting power.
It's not working?
No, it didn't want to come up. It didn't see it. Where's my other? I'm looking for my other SD card here. I had another one. You see that this SD card may not have an image on it.
That would do.
But let me check and see.
Do-do-do.
Yeah, I gotta connect my card reader.
Yep.
I want to see this running so I can go to bed.
Yeah.
I have to get up at 5, so
Why
Is
you
that,
gotta get up
is
so
that
early?
metric or?
I have to get up at 5 Celsius.
Oh my gosh,
No, I
that's
get up
crazy.
at 5 a.m. I have to take kids to daycare and all that. So, gotta have coffee before I deal with them.
Yeah, but just remember, this is the first prototype of actually this, so I may have something wrong on it.
Chimed.
It'll chime, but I just need to see if it boots. That's the thing.
Yeah. I read the guide and it's I really need to sit down and reread the guide on how to build the images for it.
Oh, that is not that easy.
Yeah. That's why I saw that there were some that were like pre-made and I was like, "Hey, perfect. I need to grab one of those."
I'd probably
Yeah,
do
but
that.
not even those are.
But nothing.
No, nothing. It didn't want to boot up yet, so I gotta see what's wrong. I want to test the other ones, the actually original one, this one,
Mhm.
and see, because I just want to make sure that my actually image is actually good.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the
this one is
trouble.
booting. This one is booting up, so the actually image is good. You could-
Nice.
yeah, the image. I mean, it's not that easy to do. I mean, I had to go and do the um, a lot of command line tools, and even use the actually disk utility command line to switch the format of the disk after it is installed. I mean, after you dump the image on the card, it's there as a FAT32, but then you have to go and change that. So that one boots. Let's see if this one boots. Yeah, this one booting too. You can see the red light blinking while there. So the cards have a good image on them. So now I need to find out why this didn't want to boot up.
Yeah, sorry, my son came. If you Ron, when you want to take a break, you can see what Golf with Your Friends looks like because I'm playing it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I will have to. I gotta purchase it. I'm watching. I'm watching your screen,
Okay.
so I'm seeing.
Yeah.
I'm seeing all the good stuff.
Yeah, you can have up to 12 people in a lobby, and in this lobby, probably about 6 or 7 are people that I play with regularly. All right, let's see here. OBS. Let's see if OBS will let me add my Kimura. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm using
the
OBS.
game quit. It was like, it just, boom. That was it.
Huh.
All right. So Golf with Friends.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. One that's like under $5, and one that's like a few cents over $5.
Well, how do you know the difference?
Because the one over $5 includes some DLC.
Ah, très bien.
There you go. First one.
I thought you said it was $5.
What's it saying?
$15.
Oh, it must have went up.
Like in the
30
three,
minutes?
like in the 3 seconds since you mentioned it.
No, in the last 3 days.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, well, I
'Cause
need to get it on
I just
list
gifted it
of-
to someone.
Okay, add to wish list. All right, so the next time it is cheap, I shall be in the loop.
Yeah, I gifted it to someone 3 days
Oh,
ago.
that's awful nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Alright,
wasn't me.
so
but
I'm
sure.
gonna.
No. Oh, I didn't know you played such games.
Oh, I play whatever. It looks like fun.
Yeah, there's
Watching-
a website where you can buy codes
Oh yeah,
for
I've seen
Steam
that.
games.
Yeah.
And I know that my brother he bought the game for like a whole bunch of people. My son, my
Yeah.
other son, my girlfriend. I mean, he bought like seven codes, and all of them worked.
Off cdkeys.com.
I don't know which one. I just know it was a key
Okay.
site, and it was like
Mhm.
$5 on there.
Yeah, cdkeys.com has it for $3.79. So
Yeah. Does it have any of the DLC?
I promise it doesn't for that price.
No,
Sure,
I'm
it's-
saying they have
yeah.
the DLC also.
Right.
But yeah, you can still get the DLC at a reduced price when you already have the game.
That's cool. Neat. Well, I'll have to pick it
Okay,
up.
what I'm doing is I'm gonna put this on a different board and see.
All right.
if
I'm
it
tapping
works
out
from the-
because I got to get up super early and have a very long day
Okay.
tomorrow.
Hole in one.
Hole in
Nice.
one already.
One.
Yeah.
So
All right. I will
All
join
right,
you.
Retro. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go upstairs with Retro Techie. So since I'm just on the other side of the wall, we're gonna have a nightcap. Good night,
Hey,
everybody.
I don't
Good night,
judge.
Good night.
Good night,
Bye.
Retro.
It's good. Well, I mean, he wears like one of those old style, like where it's got the thing that flips over and the little
Oh,
thing
cool.
pom pom on the end. I'm more of
Ooh.
like I don't know, like Zephram Cochrane's hat from Star Trek
First contact.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right, Ron.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Yeah, I just finished soldering it on here. I'm gonna give it a shot. If it works, great. If it doesn't, that's it for me too. I still need to eat dinner. All right.
Ooh,
let's
what's for
plug-
dinner?
I don't know yet. I gotta go see. Not sure yet what I'm gonna make. I mean, I normally don't eat a very big, heavy dinner.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to boot up. I wonder what's wrong.
Sheep dip. I screwed the pooch on that one.
Does not want to boot up. I wonder if it's the SD card. Maybe I don't have it in the right way.
Your mother was a ping pong ball.
Yeah, the SD card is the correct. Ground is on that side. Why does it not want to? VCC. VCC goes to that cap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 is power from it. Miso and Mosey. Miso is on that side. Mosey. I need to check on the chip. Maybe the chip is on backwards, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna call it a night too, Sloop, and go from here.
Okay.
Because I gotta go look at something to eat. It's already 9:30 for me here too. So
Yeah, it's 10:30 here. So
yeah. Well, we don't have daylight savings time here, so when the U.S. changes, we are an hour behind. So behind from the East Coast because we don't change. So
Oakley dokley.
so anyway, thank you for joining the stream and all the other ones that have been watching and that are still here. Thank you too. It's a continuation. I'm gonna determine what is wrong with these and try to see maybe the I gotta flip the chip over, but I checked it and it's not getting hot. So I need to ask Ashley Joachim to look at the drawing and make sure everything is correct. 'Cause something is not right. It's not coming up, and it should. This is such a simple little thing that
Yeah.
it's either the chip is not getting power or something, and I gotta see what that is. Try to determine what it is. But and also I have to order the SD card readers, the actually correct ones. So I'll ask Joe what part number those are. But I think they get them out of China already, also because they come pre-assembled on the boards, I think.
Yeah.
So anyway, Salubi, thank you, and all the other people, thank you so much for watching. And I'm gonna say goodnight to everyone. Okay. All right. See everyone later. Let me move my mouse on the end broadcast. There we go. There we go.